another little video ultimate shout out series of why people are on my featured channel list to help people looking for channels, prepping channels. Now, I was leaving off with Hiberniason and how his channel kind of explores the darker parts of societal collapse. Now, this is, I think, a very small part of what should be a part of your average prepping. I don't believe that the Armageddon type of thing happening that a lot has been romanticized in movies. The road warrior type of thing. Or, can it happen? It's a possibility. Do I think it's definitely going to happen? I'm in the beliefs that it's going to be a slow collapse as it goes along and picking up speed as it goes along. I don't think it's going to be an all-out, like, Wolverine-style Red Dawn scenario. And a lot of the preppers have gone in that direction. And a lot of the Second Amendment prepper gun-type people, it almost seems like they're living this hope that this is going to happen. I truly hope that this country does not fall into civil war. I really don't, because I've studied enough history to see that it doesn't always end up well. You look at France as a great example. They were inspired by our Declaration of Independence, and it ended very ugly. And they went from dictatorship to monarchy to finally getting like a democratic, so the odds, we almost overthrew our own government after the war. I mean, I forget what town it was in New York, and George Washington got wind that the generals were planning on overthrowing Congress. And if George Washington went up there and kind of diffused the situation. Great story if you've never heard it. It's such an awesome... George Washington's my guy. I think he got my top two people as far as historical... historically, what I love, George Washington and Joshua Chamberlain from Civil War, two of my favorite characters. But anyway, there you go. I go segue into this is why I'm in 5 parts here, because I can't stay on topic. So he goes into that aspect, and I think it's important. Now, I don't have a ton of those type of channels. I only have him up there. He's the example of that Second Amendment, like, kind of, but he's more intelligent in how he goes about it, and he explains himself, and he's articulate. And I just appreciate the level of detail he goes into and researches. And I know he researches because I've done the same thing and come to a lot of the same conclusions that he has. And so I think that's important. I think it's important to know and understand. So he goes into history. He's kind of this more of a cerebral theories of war and different things that he's come across as an active military serviceman. So that's why I have him up there. Landog 76 is another example of kind of the cerebral slash sometimes goes into military aspects. But, I don't have him up there. I can't really... I just have the one, and that's Hiberniason. Next is one of my... I've just gotten to know this guy since my rant video. Now, he's always commented. He's always supported this channel. And there's a reason why this guy is kind of... I always notice him being kind of loved by the prepping community. The people who ever sub to him just have a really high respect for him. And I do too. I mean, this guy... I called him up. He gave me his number and had me call him after what happened with my taxes. And it's the first time I woke up as someone working really hard. That's the first time I really felt it. I mean, I've preached it, knowing the reality of the unfair taxes and how our system is set up. But that was the first time I ever reached that level of how much I made, and then seeing the comments where people, how dare you complain when you made $150,000 a year. They completely didn't listen to the rest of the rant, how much I worked to achieve that money. I'm getting all riled up already. But that was an example of what's broken in our country. And this guy just, calmed me down and really put it in plain English. Very talented. Oh my God, amazing stuff he does. I could never do the carpentry work this guy does. Genuine person, cares about his country, and I don't owe it. I mean, he's more of a libertarian framework of thinking, and I'm not. I'm more of a compassionate conservative. But regardless, he cares about the country. He cares about the direction. He's just a good guy, and he does different prepping stuff. And he more focuses a lot on the woodworking aspect of his life, which I enjoy. And his videos that he does, where he just sits and talks and stuff, those are some of my favorites. And I'm proud to put him on this wall. I think I just recently got him up there. Or maybe I always had him up there. I don't know. I know I recently just put ND Cooey, which we're going to segue. So PopPrepper, definitely check him out. That's another great channel. Highly recommended. ND Cooey. Now this guy is just hilarious. I tend to have people who are kind of lighthearted and good sense of humor, because like I said, prepping is a dark thing to constantly wrap your head around. And so levity is always the way to go about it. And this guy has just got a funny sense of humor, super nice guy. And he did a video response. This is how I kind of got to know him. I didn't even know about this guy. And he did a comment mentioning how he watched my hurricane video. And it's commented him yeah, I've been through this and I know what it's like going through these things from experience. So I understand and thanks for posting the video and whatnot. So I said, well, can you do a VR response? Because I have friends of mine that sometimes watch my videos, especially friends I'm hoping would get caught into the understanding they have to prep. And so he did. He selflessly did a video. And my friend that I've been trying to get prepping, he lives in California. He used to be the guitarist for the band that when I was doing music, that was the career that I was endeavoring on once upon a time. And sorry, email alerts. I'm getting a lot of emails. And he did that VR response, and my friend, just watching that one video, that was all it took. So he's another guy that just is out there and just lives his life, shares it, and shows different prepping things and what he learns, and just a good guy, good all-around guy, and highly recommend his channel. And last but not least, we're at 8 minutes, and how many did we do? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh boy, so this is the 5th and final person on my feature playlist. BexarPrepper. Everybody, most people in the prepping community know this lady. She's done great videos on gardening. Great videos. Mostly I got into her videos on the canning. You name it, this lady's done it. As far as I'm concerned. She is just all in out great prepping channel. Highly recommended. And you could search her channel and just find a wealth of stuff that she's put out there. And I highly recommend. And that's it. Those are all the shout-outs that I've done. And I hope it helps anybody who's looking for channels out there. If you stumbled across this video and you're on this one, check out the other parts. I'm going through every single person I have featured on my channel. And if you're looking to do prepping, or if you're looking to find information, these are good channels to sub to. And I highly recommend them. Mojo Pin 12 stamp of approval. Well, that's it for me in this crazy long 5-part video vlog / shout out. I'll probably do just a general vlog this weekend. Kind of just originally, I remember I was saying I'd do 10-minute vlog. Liar! So go into what's, I still, like I said, I'm not having much time I've got to put up a bunch of the videos for Word of Life Christian Ministries. I got to work on those this weekend, and I have to focus on building the bug out bag and get that situated, the home bag that I'm putting together. And once I've got that all together, and I got to finish doing my wife's bug out bag, redoing it. And I know I'm going to film it. Yes, I'm going to film it. I'm going to start with the kind of the EDC get home bag that I have. And I'm going to go through my process of how I've come to my planning on bug out bags and prepping. And you can see that in the video. I kind of rushed through it all at the Get Out Safe store. I completely just didn't realize there's no way I could have fit all of what aspects go into bug out bags in 30 minutes. I still feel bad about that. Like, poor Brooklyn Prepper and One Ugly Guy are just sitting there, and I didn't even... Anyway, never mind. It is what it is. Thanks, guys, for watching. If you guys have survived these 5 video shoutouts, do your best. Let God do the rest. Videos will be coming soon. Eventually, I'll have some videos, more prepping videos, historical videos following George Washington's path, and all of that type of stuff. So stay tuned, and I hope you guys like what you see and get something out of this. That's all. Take care.
When I was younger, so much younger than today, I never needed anybody's help in any